In this session, I will start with practicals. In the previous session, which was theory, you already understood the meaning of time series, the meaning of histogram, uses of time series, components of time series, and methods of measuring secular trend, isn't it? I also explained the graphical method of measuring secular trend in that video itself. So in this session, let us start with semi-averages method. So in semi-averages method, there are a few steps to be followed to solve the problem. So the first step is original data divided into two equal parts. Second, averages of both the parts are calculated. In the first step, we will be dividing the data now. So its average will be taken and it is called semi-averages. And the third step is averages values are marked in graph. So in your graph, you have to mark the values first and next joining the points by drawing straight line. So these are the steps to be followed when it comes to semi-averages method. So now let us solve one problem. So according to the question, we are asked to draw a trend line by the method of semi-averages, isn't it? So the first step in semi-averages is original data is divided into two equal parts, isn't it? So two equal parts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 items are there. Two equal parts means 3 each in each group. Okay, and its total 110 plus 105 plus 115. Its total is 330. Write it. And here, what is the total? 110 plus 120 plus 130. And the total is 360. So original data is divided into two parts and its total we got. And next, averages of both the parts are calculated. So how to calculate the average now? Divided by 1, 2, 3, 3. Here also divided by 3. Okay. So now you have to calculate the average. And average 330 divided by 3, that is 110, and 360 divided by 3 is 120. So these are our trend values. So what was the next step? Averages values are marked in graph. So that is here first sales are marked in our graph sheet and next these are called as histogram, and next we will mark trend values and join those points and we will arrive at trend line. Okay, so here since even number of data is there, we could divide it into two types, two equal parts, isn't it? So what if odd number of items are there? So like this, if odd number of items are there, what we can do is we just have to skip or leave the middle one and averages of like this groups are made. So 10 plus 20, it is 30. Here it is 70 divided by 2 divided by 2. Here it will be 15 and here it will be 70 by 2 is 35. So when even number of data is there, we can divide it into two equal parts easily, isn't it? So when odd number of items are there, we have to leave the middle one and then grouping them. Hope you understood this. Now let's look into the graph. So here is the graph now. First, this black line, those are sales value 110, 105, 115 and 110. Okay, 110, 120, 130. Okay, So this is our histogram, that is sales value, and the red dotted one is our trend line which we calculated there. Okay, and those values were 110 and 120. We joined the line and we got the trend line. That's it with this semi averages method. Now let us go for the next method. So our third method is moving averages method, isn't it? This is the third method. So when it comes to semi averages method, we were asked to divide the entire data into two equal parts, isn't it? But when it comes to moving averages, in the problem itself we will be told like how many years we should combine. Say for example, they will ask you to calculate 3 yearly, means 3 years here, 3 years 1 2 3. So these 3 years you have to combine and write the total. Otherwise, if they ask you to calculate for 5 years, 1 2 3 4 5, then for all these 5 years you have to total and write, and its average will be taken. So usually the period of moving averages will be 3 or 4 or 5 years or months also. So now let's go for one solution in the moving averages method. So here we are asked to calculate 3 yearly moving, isn't it? So here 1 2 3, 3 years you have to total and write, and later its average will be taken, and these values will be marked in our graph as trend line, and this will be our histograms. Okay, yes. So now let's start. So the first one here, it is 3 yearly, isn't it? So total, let's total 3 items together. 86 plus 63 plus 45, and the total will be 194. This will be written in front of the middle item, that is 194. 1 2 3, isn't it? It's 3. These 3 are totaled and its answer is here. So the next one will be, we will be totaling 63, 45 and 58. So these 3 will be our next one, that is 63 plus 45 plus 58, and the total will be 166. So the next one, it will be 45 plus 58 plus 43, and the total will be 146. 146. Same way, let's calculate all other. So once after reaching here, then the last one will be 100, 120 and 150. Its total will be 370. We cannot continue because here only 2 numbers are there. We are asked to calculate for 3 years, 1 2 3, isn't it? We cannot do that. So next step is taking the average. How to take the average now? 3 years total is given here. So usually how we will calculate the averages? Total divided by numbers, isn't it? So same way here now, 194 divided by 3, 166 divided by 3, 146 divided by 3, same way. Okay, so 194 divided by 3 is 64.66. Let's make it 65. So 65. Next one is 166 divided by 3, that is 55.3. Let's make it 54. Same way we'll do all the one. So now we are done with calculating the averages as well. So now we have to mark this sales and averages in our graph. So sales will be our histogram, and as I already told, averages will be our trend line. Okay. So once after marking, this is how it looks. Black one is our histogram and red one is our trend line. So this is how we are calculating moving a trend line in moving averages method. Now let us solve one problem on 4 yearly moving averages, and here is the question. So now, just like the previous one, 3 yearly, here also we should make the total of 4 items, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll be writing from answer from third number. So here 75 plus 60 plus 55 plus 60, and the answer will be 250. Okay, so same way next 60, 55, 60, 65, its total will be 240. Next 250, same way calculate the remaining. Yes, so this is the first step. So again we have to simplify it. So how to simplify now? First 4 yearly moving totals we did. Next will be 2 items total, 2 yearly moving totals. So 250 plus 240, 240 plus 250, like that. So now 2 items mix, 1 group. 250 plus 240 is 490. 240 plus 250, again it is 490. Same way calculate the remaining. Yes. So once after this, now we have to calculate the trend values by taking the averages. So now while calculating the averages, we cannot say as 490 divided by 2, because here 4 items were there to make 250, and again for 240 another 4 items were there, isn't it? So total it will make 8 items together, isn't it? So 490 divided by 8, that is 61.25 will be our trend value, 61.25. So the next one, that is 490. It is not 490 divided by 2, but it is 490 divided by 8. Okay, so 490 divided by 8 is, again it is 61.25. Next 515 divided by 8, 64.38. Same way calculate the remaining. So we are done with the calculation of trend values. So by looking at this trend values, we can understand that the given data shows upward trend. So you have to write the conclusion as the given data shows upward trend. So that's it with moving averages method with 4 moving years. I hope you understood this problem.